I have a little bit of a keg problem with kegs in them. Kegs in it. What's up everyone? I am Veralyna, aka Vera, and today's video is going to be my Stardew Valley farm tour. This farm tour was highly requested on my TikTok channel. I have a few videos that I've showcased different mods and I've done some different things on this farm, and I've been asked several times to do a farm tour, so I am here today to do that for you guys. So we are going to start with the inside of the house here, which is not completely done. I have obviously not changed this room up much. I've had a lot of different mods on this save. I've had this save for many years now, and the mods always change. There's always different things, you know, going on and different mods coming out, so things have changed. I did try to update it just a little bit for this video. Most of it has stayed pretty much the same over time. Going outside, which is really the fun part here that everybody wants to see, we have a little corner here, which I like to call the multi-purpose corner. This corner has typically just machinery I would normally use in any Stardew Valley save. It kind of depends, but typically when I do this build on a standard farm layout, I use this corner for furnaces, seed makers, any kind of production machine that I don't need a significant amount of. I have this little pond area here underneath my multi-purpose corner, and then we come down here, and usually this field is for various seasonal crops. So I would do, you know, like parsnips, green beans, and other spring crops. Summertime is here, and I mainly just did red cabbage. I have all of the money I could ever need on this save. It's a fairly decent money crop, and it's just for one little field. So below my red cabbage field here, I do have like a little mill. I don't really use it that much, I'm gonna be honest with you. Off to the left here, we have a little fishing pond area. I know that not many people use the fishing ponds in Stardew Valley. I am also kind of on the fence about using them. I actually am thinking about tearing this down and putting something else here. This one has sturgeon in it, this one has lava eel in it, and this one has void salmon in it. Like I said, the things they produce are pretty profitable, but it's honestly, I think it's more worth my space to just have sheds there with kegs in them, and you will soon see why. Down below the fishing ponds, I have a couple of fruit trees with some honey and some poppies planted here. I obviously change out the flower based on the season, so that way I am making the appropriate honey. Going up above here for the fields, as soon as you walk out of the door, this is like my first big field, I would call it. It is a little bit more decorative than the last one I'm going to show you guys, but I do have some just fruit trees along the side here, and obviously it's split into two little sections. It's definitely not the most efficient way of farming, but it is cute. Moving down here, we have my farm animal area, which they're not out right now just because I didn't really want to hear all the noise from the animals and stuff. So it's just a little fenced off area that has the big pond in the middle of it. I have 2 barns and 2 coops and 3 silos I think right now, but I definitely need to get some additional silos because I am going to run out of hay in the winter. In my first little barn here on the left, I have cows, pigs, sheep, goats, pretty much any barn animal. My second barn, which I just built, only has an ostrich egg that is incubating still. I have not had time to play on the save much. I've been playing a lot of Honkai Star Rail recently, and I'm catching up on the Genshin event that I just haven't played. I'm eagerly awaiting Baiju release. Anyway, this barn will hopefully end up being just ostriches. I really don't know if that's profitable or not, but we're gonna find out. So in this first coop, I have some blue chickens, regular chickens, and ducks. Obviously, I am married to Shane on this file, so gotta have those blue chickens. Then in my second coop, I have void chickens, rabbits, and the dinos. So moving forward, over here on the left side, we have the big money crop field. I mainly use this just for money. So right now it is a bunch of star fruit. That is my summer crop of choice. And then down here there is a little additional shipping bin, but honestly on this save there's no reason why I would ever use that shipping bin because I have the chest anywhere mod, which essentially just makes it to where I can open any chest from anywhere. Above the little animal setup, I do have a normal tree tapper farm. I'm thinking about making this a little bit smaller. Obviously, I do have all of the little warp statues here. This one goes to the mountains, the beach, the desert, and the island, respectively. And then we come in here, and obviously I have the typical ancient fruit setup. I do have the pressurized nozzles, and then I have some fruit trees in here, but that is the inside of my greenhouse. Over here is where we get into the crazy stuff. I do have 3 big sheds. In the first one, it is labeled preserve jars, but there's really kegs in it. It is mainly preserve jars. I have a little bit of a keg problem. We're gonna find that out here in just a minute. And then if we move up to the dedicated keg shed, we can see that there is tons of kegs in here. All of them I think are doing star fruit, except for the first couple here are doing ancient fruit. And then as we come up here into the crystallarium one, I do have a jade farm in here, but as well as having a jade farm, I have more kegs. I do have half crystallariums though for the jade, for the desert trader. Moving up here to the last little area, it's just a little cute area for Grandpa's shrine. I'm considering also downsizing this though. As you can see, I really need the space for kegs. This area right here, which is my storage area, I suppose, it is just a bunch of chests. They're all properly labeled, have all the different items in them, and then obviously I have extra chests for things that maybe I didn't account for in the original setup here. So we're gonna grab my horse, which my horse stable is right next to my house, as you can see. We're gonna come up here and we're going to take the mine carts to the quarry. And I want to warn you, the quarry really shows the full extent of the issue that I have with kegs. This is my quarry. I found that this was the best use of my space. I don't ever really use the quarry for anything else. I don't use it for mining. I don't use it to get any materials. This was the largest space in the game that was kind of out of the way and didn't really interfere with the looks of any of the other areas in the game. So I decided to look up a quarry layout for kegs that was efficient and effective, but also looked very nice. And you can just find this by Googling it, but it's basically just a maze of kegs. I don't know exactly how many kegs are here. I don't remember keeping count, but I'm sure that if you look it up, it's one of the first results on Google. But that is basically my entire Stardew Valley farm. Everything else is pretty normal. I haven't really made any drastic changes around the valley other than the quarry. The quarry, like I said, was the biggest open space that I felt comfortable changing. It's likely that the next time I do a video on the save, it probably won't look the same because I do have some ideas for, you know, shortening this and getting rid of the fish ponds and perhaps shortening the little area for Grandpa's shrine. I do want to say that I would show you guys the Ginger Island farm, but that is a work in progress. There's really nothing there right now. It's pretty barren, it's pretty empty, but thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you go follow me on TikTok, but also as well on Twitch, because I am going to start streaming very soon, and I really recommend you go follow me there because we're going to do all kinds of fun things. We're going to play Stardew Valley, we're going to hopefully play some Animal Crossing, you will be definitely seeing some Genshin Impact, and perhaps some Honkai Star Rail, because I am really enjoying Honkai Star Rail. A link will be in my YouTube page on my LinkTree. I can't link things in the description yet at the time of making this video, so make sure that you go to my channel and click on my LinkTree, and I would be grateful if you could give me a follow on my other social media. So thank you guys so much for watching this video and supporting me. It's been amazing to do this so far, and I can't wait to do it some more, and I will see you guys next time.